What's going on, everybody? Here to talk about New York Giants Day 5 of training camp, recapping it right now for you. I was unfortunately not there today, but I'll be there for the rest of the week, including Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and the following Sunday. So a bunch of coverage. We'll get there. Follow us on our social media channels at the Giant Take Pod on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that good stuff. Subscribe right here on YouTube. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And let me know in the comments what you thought about today. And also, if you were there, obviously, the more insights, the better. So because I wasn't there, I got these, updates from today's training camp from various beat reporters and our friends at Talkin' Giants. So without further ado, let's get right into the information because a lot did happen today. And the first thing was that it was the first full day of full pads of a training camp practice. So a big deal there. Things become a little bit more important. Tackling, pushing around, being more physical. That all comes with the fifth day of training camp and with full pads. Dexter Lawrence did not practice today. He was sick. There was also no John Michael Schmitz because of his shoulder injury. I want to start with this. This is what Jordan Raanan, the ESPN reporter covering the New York Giants, said, and I'll put it on the screen while I'm reading it. Sloppy practice from the Giants. Some fumbled snaps, drops, false starts, and interceptions. Maybe expected, given it was the first full day in pads, but plenty to clean up. Daniel Jones just stayed after practice and took some extra steps from Austin Schlottman, who was the first team center with John Michael Schmitz with that shoulder sideline. So from Jordan Raanan, the reporter for ESPN, saying not a good day for the New York Giants, and it was a sloppy day at that. Watching the Talking Giants live stream after the fact and listening and watching their stuff throughout the day, they didn't seem to have that case. Obviously, they said there were some, issues when it came to Daniel Jones and stuff, but mostly he looked clean once again and had another good day of practice. Went 7 for 10. It was a heavy running day, so that's why it wasn't like 20 throws, which is normally what you see out of his stat line after live team drills. So it was a heavy run day, which is kind of for the defense. They expect run. They know it's going to be a run day, so they're not really using different formations coming on the defensive side of things. Not a lot of plays guarding passing plays, But who really stepped up apparently and who had a really great day is the first string nickel cornerback for the New York Giants, Andrew Phillips, had a really strong day in the backfield, made stops on at least one running play, multiple running plays. And it seemed like, according to Justin and Bobby from Talking Giants, that he was the number one guy today. And he was really the person who took over because in running plays, obviously they're not going to really make big tackles, but they'll see who touches the player and gets into the backfield. And Drew Phillips on many occasions got into the backfield for the New York Giants. It doesn't even seem like it's a competition right now for who's going to be the starting nickel cornerback. And if Drew Phillips, especially how young he is, and since the Giants just drafted him, it's nice to see that he's doing well so far. And along those lines, there's one more thing that is really troubling people right now and scaring them a little bit. They want updates on it. It's Brian Burns, obviously the guy the New York Giants traded for this offseason. A right ankle/foot injury was placed on the sideline. He walked off, seemed to be a little bit upset after the play that he got injured on. Apparently, didn't appear to be serious. He took his cleats off, was done for the day after that. We're going to find out what happens. Brian Daboll might talk tomorrow. We're going to find out if he's going to be on the field, if he's going to be participating. That's going to be a big deal come when I'm there tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning. Is Brian Burns going to be playing because he left training camp practice today? Obviously, it's not serious, but how long will this right ankle, foot injury, whatever it is, affect him? And will it affect him in any way for the rest of the practices this week? The Giants obviously have off for a rest day on Wednesday, so there's only one tomorrow before that rest day. Maybe he takes a day off, does not practice Tuesday, gets 2 days off, and he's back Thursday. We'll have to see, but I know right now there was kind of a big hold your breath moment for New York Giants fans when they saw that various beat reporters, including Dan Duggan and others, tweeted that out about Brian Burns. And then the other thing, too, that honestly concerns me a little bit, because we saw front runner Lawrence Cager so far in week 1 of training camp, running with the starters, doing well when Theo Johnson was on the PUP list. He's back now, but who's going to be behind Daniel Bellinger on the tight ends list? Because there's a lot of guys kind of thrown in there for number 2. Cager seems to be that guy running with the first teams during team reps. He appeared to tweak something in his right leg midway through practice today. That was from Dan Duggan. Clearly frustrated, didn't leave the field, but no more reps after that injury to, again, his right leg midway through today's practice. So 2 guys I'm going to be looking out for tomorrow. Where is Brian Burns? Where is Lawrence Cager? But Cager, that's a big deal for him. Obviously, he's trying to not even make the team, but become a really high player on the depth chart that's going to be used for the New York Giants. Brian Daboll praised him last week for saying he's really good and he's a playbook guru and he knows what's happening on offense and he can read the situations well. So will he become a factor in the season? Will he make the team at that? An injury is not going to help when you're trying to fight for your spot, in training camp. So we'll have to see what happens there. But besides that, seemed like a sloppy day. First full day of pads. It's going to happen. Maybe it's better in pads tomorrow when I'm there. Keep up with our coverage. Give a thumbs up on this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought. And if you were there, I'd like to get your opinion on things that I mentioned. Subscribe and keep your notifications on, I guess, for our coverage tomorrow. On Twitter, at The Giant Take Pod is going to be everything. And then TikTok at The Giant Take Pod as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be here on YouTube tomorrow with another day, another recap of training camp day 6 after I come back from there. Again, thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Peace.